Hello everyone and welcome to my 2021 February submission to PSA. In this PSA submission there will be some Pokemon cards, English and Japanese, and some Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well as some football cards. My cards will be going to PSA via Graded Gem. They are a business or company based in the UK as well as some other stores sort of in Europe and internationally I believe as well. And they are a PSA certified dealership, so you can get your cards graded through them. Highly recommend. This is my second month with them, and this is my next submission. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Basically, all these cards I probably bought on eBay. My eBay account is called Lucal, and they are bought via different methods such as buy it now, best offers, or auctions. Or just like a private deal as well. What I will do is provide information, a bit of background about the card, where it come from, and also give you my pre-grade. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to get the cards out the sleeves and do a whole, hour plus video of showing you each condition of the card. I will just have to go past them in the top loaders. But what I've done to grade them, obviously I've removed them from the sleeve, looked all the way over them. I've used a torch as well. I found my phone. I know it's not like 100% way of finding things, but it gives you a good idea of looking at the surface of a card, as well as looking at corners, any whitening, especially putting the card against a black background. You'll be able to see any whitening on the card. So that's what I've done. I've given a card a pre-grade. Now, I'm not a professional pre-grader. It's just my personal opinion on my cards, what I think they may get, and I want to be straight up on my first video. If I get pre-grades wrong, I don't care. It's just like a random guess, by me, an estimation, based on the factors of, PSA, looking at surfaces, edges, corners, center. So that's the things I look for whilst I pre-grade. And like I say, I don't pretend to be a professional grader. I've not seen any graded cards back from PSA yet, so take my pre-grades with a hint of salt. And yeah, let's get into this. I don't want this to be too long, so let me get these cards ready to show everyone. Okay, let's get into the first card here. So first of all, we have a Holo Stelix here. Just let the camera focus a moment. There we go. So this is a Stelix Holographic from Neo Genesis, obviously Japanese. Now this card, as you can see, has got this text down here. I don't read Japanese, unfortunately, but what I can tell you is that does refer to this card being a promotion card, or so-called promotion card, from the magazine. I think it's from volume 5 of a magazine. I'm not quite sure the name of the magazine. But this card was from my collection that I bought, and as you can tell, the back is really nice. These Japanese cards, they were printed so much better than the English ones, so that's just fact. So let's have a look what I plan to get on this Stelix. So I said it's going to get a 9. I think there was a couple of white bits on the back, but yeah, that's the first card. So I'm going to place that down just there. Next card here, we have a Giovanni's Persian holographic, and this is from Gym, I think it's from Gym 1 or 2, I can't remember in Japanese which one's which, but this is a really nice card, one of my favourite artworks as well. That Persian looks sick. It's sort of in that like Greek sort of, I don't know what to call that, but it's really nice. Sort of crawling out. Giovanni as well, he's sort of known for having Persian. I've seen the Alpha Persian from the anime, but this card again is in immaculate condition. I got this from the collection as well, so I'm saying the the PSA grade on this one is a 10. The holo's clean, no print lines either, so let's place that down there. Next we have a Giovanni's Nido King, again also from Gym 1 or 2. And this one, as you can see, there isn't much holo on this card, which is great because you always have to worry about scratching or any print lines. So having a small holo patch means that you have less likely chance of having them, which means you won't be penalised. Like I said, the centering on this card is pretty good. It might be slightly off, but maybe in the parameters. I believe the parameters for Pokemon on the front is 60-40, and that's also left to right, up to down. And then on the back, you have more of a leeway at 70-30, I believe it is, or might even be 75-25, but I'm not 100% sure. Is it one of them? But as you can see, this card is really nice. Moving on. Oh, what an amazing artwork this is. So this is a Butterfree. Let's get this card in there. As you can see, the Butterfree, the big Butterfree there. You've got the little one and another one. And all going into a little city there. So what an amazing card. This is the holographic, as you can see. There is a common version of this card as well. This is the Japanese Skyridge Butterfree. And as you can see down here, this is the first of the e-reader. So basically what this little sort of lines along here were that you could get a device which plugs into the Game Boy, which will allow you to scan this code, and in the game you would receive a Butterfree or whatever card you scanned in. And as you can see, this is also first edition as well. Let me tell you, this card is beautiful. So let me look up the value. The Nido King was from my collection, by the way, so just pointing that out. My Butterfree, I paid £38 for this card, which is a fair price, but I would like to say that this card is really good quality, and I pay extra, and I call it the PSA sort of value on the card, the sort of fee you have to pay for a card in a mint condition, the premium basically for mint condition cards. The reason why is because if I paid £10 for this card, and it was excellent condition, it's probably going to grade anywhere from 1 to 6, 7 maybe at the tops. But mint condition, I'm paying £38 for the card, but this will grade much higher. I'm hoping on this card for a 9. I did notice there is a print line and there's some little bits of whitening on the back, which maybe push it down to a 9. Next we have as you can see here, once we get a bit more focused, we have a holographic Raichu, which is, this card is so nice. Look at that, it's crazy. Now, I believe this is also, no, actually, I apologise. I think the Butterfree is actually from Expedition, isn't it? Sorry, the Butterfree is from Expedition. This is from Skyridge, I believe, which was the last set printed in the Wizards of the Coast era. Obviously, in Japan, they printed their own cards. As you can see, this is first edition as well, and this is a really nice card. This is a really nice card. Again, mint condition. I paid for this card £32, and I think it will probably grade 9. That's my prediction. Moving on, I did a video on this card today. This is the 7-Eleven promo Absol holographic, and this card is probably one of my favorite cards, my favorite artwork. Look at that Absol. As you can see down there, the 7-Eleven logo, the promotion star down here. So you would have got this card through some promotion with Pokemon in Japan, for your 7-Eleven convenience store. For this card, I did pay a bit more for this card. I did pay £52, which on sale data is a bit more than usual. However, I really wanted this card. It's easily one of my favorite cards, as well as it's gem mint, which means that, in my opinion, it is gem mint. There is maybe like 1 or 2 little things on the card, maybe like some tiny white bits on the back, but the front is mint. The holo is crazy, because normally the problem with these sort of cards is that there's so much holo, like I was saying about Nido King, and you have print lines. But in Japan, they printed the cards so nice. You'll see a lot in English that you have problems with print lines, especially in notorious sets. But this is just clean. It's such a nice card. And again, another card that we bought today, arrived today, the Typhlosion EX. So we're getting into EX now. First edition, as you can tell by the little stamp down here. And this is from EX Sandstorm. I'm not too sure of the Japanese name for this set. I know they translate it into English, so This was the first, I guess, Typhlosion EX. For this card, I paid a £20. So you can see this card is also very mint. And on the Absol, I pre-graded it 10. Fingers crossed, there's a 10. And for this Typhlosion EX, I've also said it's going to grade a 10. It is gem mint with no scratches on the holo either. Next, a massive card, one of my favorite cards in my collection right now. You can see on the camera why it's going to be one of my favorite. Look at the holo. It's incredible. This is a Blastoise EX from the EX Leaf Fire Red and Leaf Green starter decks in Japan. They were only released in Japan. For the English version of this card, you had to pull it from the EX Leaf Fire Red and Leaf Green set. And that card's worth an absolute bomb. I've tried to buy it a couple of times, really mint condition cards, but I've always been outbid. Anyway, getting onto this card, this one's a first edition, as you can see, so it's even more rarer. I believe this Blastoise EX was only available as first edition, and there wasn't many printed. Very hard to come by, especially in mint condition like this card is. So you can see the EX Fire Red and Leaf Green symbol down here. And this card, center in, bang on center, on the back. Really nice. As you can see, there's nothing on that card. No whitening, no nothing. I'm hoping this card gets a 10. Again, I did pay a bit for this card, but this card in English goes for over £300 from my past sale data that I've been trying to buy this card, and I wasn't prepared to pay £300 for this card. Probably it's worth it though. Anyway, this card I bought for £47. So hopefully this card comes back at 10 and I will be laughing. Let's go. Next card, we have got the creepy Mr. Mime EX. This card, let's have a look. I haven't got wrote down what set this card's from, and I don't recognise that symbol to be honest, but this is a first edition Mr. Mime EX again. This card is gem mint. As you can see, there's nothing on the card. I think that's just something on the sleeve there. That is something just on the sleeve, a little black mark. This card is clean, and I've pre-graded. Oh, I pre-graded Blastoise in 9, by the way. So hopefully it gets a 10, but I've gone for a 9. Mr. Mime here, I've pre-graded at 10. This card is in mint condition. Get on to the next card here. We have got another card from one of my videos, a Feraligatr. Holographic. This is a really nice. The Feraligatr is so cool in this card. Let me just see if I've got this card down here. I don't actually have it on my spreadsheet. I'm going to have to add it afterwards. But I paid around about £20 for this card. It's from Diamond and Pearl Set 2 in Japan. And this card again is really clean. This card. I'm hoping for a nice high grade on this card. I would say probably 9. And hope for the 10. Next, we have a lovely Gardevoir level X. So we're moving on into the eras here. There's now the level X cards. Again, Japanese first edition. I think most of my Japanese cards will be in first edition. And again, this is from Diamond and Pearl 4. And this just pops off. This card here, this holographic is absolutely amazing. For this card here, let's have a look at my spreadsheet. We have got a Gardevoir level X. We paid £9 for this card, including postage and packaging. And I'm hoping this grade card's at least a 9, but hopefully a 10. You can see here on the back again, Japanese cards, they just look so nice. I'm always tempted to buy Japanese over English just for that reason alone. Next up, we have a Rayquaza Cynthia's Rayquaza. Again from the, I believe this is, I can't remember where this is from, Pearl 3. I'm not too sure what set this is from, but again, first edition, holographic. This card isn't too expensive. I paid about £12 for this card, but again, this card is in mint condition. Looks really good. To hopefully get a nice high grade on that, maybe a 9 or a 10. Next, our last Japanese card, but definitely not last, we have got the Absol Prime in Japanese. Now, this card is pretty cool as there were only 4 primes in the set, I believe, and it was sort of like an additional set that they released in Japan, which released this card. I believe it did come out in English eventually as well. Again, I paid. Let me just tell you how much I paid for this card. £8.09 for this card. It is gem mint. Again, I shouldn't say gem mint. I should say mint. So I please stop saying gem mint. Mint is mint condition. I paid £8.09, including postage and packaging for this card. Super excited to see that come back. So that's all the Japanese Pokemon cards that we were sending. We're going to move on to the English. And first up, we have a Fossil Lapras Holographic. Again, this card is notorious for grading. As you can see, the holo is all this silver bit and or silver bluey bit. The ocean and sky behind the Lapras. And this is notorious again, print lines. And this card definitely has one or two print lines, maybe a few scratches. But the card is in quite nice condition. There's a tiny bit of whitening just there. You might be able to pick that up on the camera. But the corners are sharp. And I paid not very much for this card. I paid £4 for this card and buy it now as soon as it was listed because I thought it was really nice. And I bought cards previously from that seller as well. So £4 for this card. I'm hoping it maybe grades 7 or 8. If it grades any higher, I won't be happy, but 7 or 8, I'm quite well with that. So that's the English. Let's put the English there. Let's get the Japanese there. There we go. Okay, next up we have a Chikorita Common from Neo Genesis First Edition. There were 2 artworks printed of the starters and the starter Pokemon and evolutions in Neo Genesis. This one is number 54 of 111. Again, it's in pretty nice condition. There are a few bit white marks on the back. It's not, I wouldn't say it's not almost near mint, I would say. I paid like, how much did I pay for this card? Like £5, I think it was. And this card here, I do think is going to grade hopefully a 9. I'll be happy with a 9. Moving on, we have a Dark Celebi Holographic. A really nice card. So let's quickly get the information up for this. This is from EX Hidden Legends. This is from my collection. This is actually from my childhood collection, from my brother's childhood collection, because we always interchanged cards, and I was the one who ended up keeping them. Thankfully I did now, because this card will be going off to PSA, and the next time I see it will be in a case. This card is not in great condition, and the holo is really nice, the front's really nice, but the back does suffer from a bit of whitening. So this card, I have said, I'm hoping to get at least a grade 8 in this card. Moving on to some EX cards, we have got Muck EX, and look at that card, look at that. It looks crazy. Like, Muck is like some weird digitally created thing. It's just very odd. This card is an EX Dragon. And let me just get the data. It's at the top here. It's wide 97 out of 97. I paid £20 for the card. The card's really nice condition. I think there is maybe 1 or 2 white marks on the back. Hoping to get a 9 in this, but these cards are notoriously hard to grade. Not only do you have to worry about the print lines like we've been talking about, look at all this holo. And all that has to do is get scratched once, and that counts as a scratch. And that's going to be downgraded. Another card, I remember this card from my childhood, Gardevoir EX from EX Sandstorm. Look at that card, it's so nice. What a card. This card, 2003, holographic, wow. Gardevoir EX, I paid £25 for this card. This card, I'm hoping, is the best out of these EX cards. I'm hoping that this grades at least a 9. That's on this sleeve, that white thing there we go. But hopefully it grades a 9, but I've basically for the EX I said 9s or minimum or less because of the holographic around the card. It's just so easy to scratch. Next we have a Lapras EX, and I really love this bubble effect around it. There's a Kingdra EX as well. I think it might be from the same set with the same background. This is from X, Ruby and Sapphire. You can tell that by the symbol down here. And again, although the previous card was an e-reader card, as you can see, so you can scan this one into the e-reader, this one is they just kept the border, the big border, so it is an e-reader card. I think that's what that symbol means, but there's no bars, So I don't know how that you would scan this card in, but again, this card's a really nice condition. Lapras EX, I paid £30 for this card, and I hope it grades a 9, but the big border down there, yeah, quite hard. Next, we have got a Scyther EX. Let's get that card in there. Wow, look at that card there. See the Scyther sort of like moving like really fast with the shadows, using the agility. His move there, if you remember that from the games. Again, we've got the massive border down here. That is obviously because it's an e-reader card. But this card's really nice. Again, this one's not on the back. I noticed it's got a couple of white marks. So I have set pre-graded this at an 8. But it could be a 7 easy. Next, we're getting rid of the e-reader cards, and we're jumping in to a Salomons EX from Dragon Front. No, not Dragon Frontiers. This one is from EX Deoxys, of course. Look at the symbol down there. That's the EX Deoxys symbol. Salomons EX, one of my favourite artworks. Look at that. Salomons is one of my favourite Pokemon. I used to love it when I was a kid. Oh, look at that holo as well. So that's red. He has like, I'm not too sure what it is around him. It's that bright flame or flame gem. It's just pure red around him. He looks so sick in there. I paid not very much for this card. I paid £38 for this card. Now, the only problem with this card was the back's really clean. But up here, it's got some silver in. So on these EX cards, with this silver and with this shine around the card, you're prone to it peeling. I find it peels much easier than any other normal card, which is unfortunate for these cards. But hopefully I pre-graded this at 7, but hopefully for maybe 8. Getting rid of the EX cards almost. We are moving on to Delta Species. This is a Mewtwo Delta Species from the set EX Delta Species. So I guess this is still an EX, but this is just the holographic of this card. This card is absolutely beautiful, by the way. Metal Fire combination on Delta Species. Got Mewtwo there, one of my favourite Pokemon. He's just glowing red with that energy, and he looks absolutely amazing. So this is not the reverse holo. The reverse holo will have the EX Delta Species logo here. This is just the holo, which I think is just better because you have more of Mewtwo and not a big logo in the way. Now, I'm really hoping that this card grades well. I really love it. It's worth a lot of money in a 10, and I'm pre-grading at a 9. I hope they can get a 10. I hope we can get a 10. Moving on, we have a Salomons EX Delta Species from Dragon Frontiers, EX Dragon Frontiers water card. Now, I did pay a pretty penny for this card because these cards are so hard to come across, especially in near mint to mint condition. I paid, I believe, £91 for this card. So yes, this is probably one of the more expensive cards in this collection that I'm sending now. But this card, the reason why I paid £91 for it is because it is in near mint condition. Now, I have graded this card as a PSA 9. Hopefully it might get a 10, but these cards are so hard to grade. It's definitely off center a little bit on the back, so I'm hoping maybe it could sneak a 10 because they don't really care too much about the back, but we never know. Moving on, we've got a Flygon EX Delta Species, also from EX Dragon Frontiers. Look at that Psychic Flygon EX Delta Species, going for that Psychic Pulse. Really nice card. Now, I bought this card as somewhat of a collection from someone in Newcastle. I paid £15 for this card in a private deal. And I'm really happy with this card. It does have a nick up at the top, sort of a binder nick, a very small one. So I have pre-graded this card as an 8. Next up, we have got, moving on to the primes, we have got the Typhlosion Prime card. This card is from the Heart Gold Soul Silver base set, and this card's really nice. I love the Prime, I love the shine in the eye. but these cards are notorious for having bad print quality. So you can pull the card out of the pack and there will be loads of whitening on this card. This card looks okay. Paid only £15 for this card, and hopefully I'm pre-grading that at an 8. Next, we've got another Prime card. We have a Raichu Prime, another shine in the eye. This is from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Undaunted. This card again, it's got the quality you can see on here. 2 nicks just there. It's just not there on these cards, unfortunately. But PSA 8 I've graded, and I paid a £15 for that card. Next, quite a big Prime card here. We have got the Espeon Prime card there. Really nice. You can see his tail, with a sparkle in the eye. Also from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Undaunted. This card is much nicer than the other ones. It does have the nick in the corner, of course, with these cards. Never perfect. And I paid £39 for this card, but I have pre-graded this card a 9. So fingers crossed. Next, one of my favourite cards. Look at this card. We have got the Gengar Prime. Really sorted after card. Amazing artwork. Glimmer on the eye and the hollow in the eyes is just absolutely amazing. This card, I have to remember which one this is from. This is some Heart Gold, Soul Silver Triumphant set. Coming out, when was this card released? In 2010, so this card's over 10 years old now. This one's really nice. It's really nice, although I am saying it's PSA 8. Moving on to our last Prime card, we have the Houndoom Prime with the moon in the background. Look at that. Look at that card. So nice. Again, also from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Undaunted. Print quality, I'm not going to go over it again. PSA 8, I'm saying, for this card. And I paid for the Gengar, I paid £40, which is very cheap. I got it from a deal, a private deal. We valued it £40, which is a lot cheaper than they actually go for. The Houndoom, we paid a premium of £20 for that Houndoom. Next, on to a more recent card, kind of. It's 5 years old, I guess. We've got Mega Charizard EX from EX Generations. Not EX Generations, sorry, just Generations. This is probably the best card from the set, especially in value. I paid £30 for this card, and this card is in really good nick. It's really nice. You can tell on the back there, that's so nice. No whitening in. It does have a tiny corner issue, but it's hard to tell what that really is. It's hard to tell whether that's like not, classed as a problem or not. But it's £30. Hopefully it comes back. I graded it at PSA. Let me see. PSA 7, I said, because of that corner issue. But hopefully, that's all the Pokemon cards. Now we've just next go on to the YuGiOh. So this is not the first edition MFC Magician's Force, unfortunately, but this is the first edition Premium Gold Dark Magician Girl. I believe I may have packed this myself, or I would have bought it. Obviously this is from YuGiOh, and this is a really nice card. I have pre-graded this at a 10. I think it's a really nice card because it's no scratches on there. Centering's really good on this card. And it's basically packed fresh. I either packed it or bought it packed fresh because it's bang, packed fresh. And last but not least, for the YuGiOh, we have the other YuGiOh card I'm sending in, which is a unlimited Red Eyes Black Dragon from Starting Deck Joey. The famous card from your childhood. You would have played with this card in the playground, I'm sure of it. But this card definitely wasn't played in the playground because it is in near mint condition, which is always handy. Again, a card I've had in my collection, and I'm really happy with that card. Moving on now to my friend's submission. This comes from me purchasing the football card collection, and I uploaded a YouTube channel and shared it in a group chat. And my friend messaged me about cards that he had, and when we looked into it, he had much more than he thought. So first off, we're going to look at this card. This is a rookie Wayne Rooney. Obviously in his Everton, he is probably 18 or 17 in that photo. I know it doesn't look it, but he is. And these are the Shootout trading card by Magic Box International. Sorry, for the Premier League. And this card is so nice. Really nice card. There's only one PSA 10 in the world of this card. So fingers crossed for my friends. We will move these up a little bit like so. Next, massive card, huge card in the scene of in football. I will sometimes refer to it as soccer. The only reason is Americans love trading cards, especially soccer trading cards. Can't do an American accent. Cristiano Ronaldo, his first Manchester United card, his rookie Manchester United card, I guess you could say, does have some. There are some existing Sporting Lisbon cards prior to his Manchester United days. Again, this is also from 2003-2004 Premier League Shootout Magic Box International card. And again, quite a few of these in PSA 10. Hoping for my friend, we're going to get a good grade on this card. Next, we move on to a Cristiano Ronaldo match winner card. Now, this card is a full holographic. It's kind of hard to show in the camera, but you can see him in the AIG kit right there. Match winner. Beautiful card. This is from the 06-07 Shootout Magic Box International Premier League. Pretty nice card, hoping for a good grade. We sort of go back 1 year, these were sort of out of order. Another Cristiano Ronaldo midfielder, 3 stars there. Again from Shootout 2005-2006 Magic Box International. Very nice card there. Next, we are on to the last batch, but they are definitely not anywhere near last in value. This is a Cristiano Ronaldo common in the 2006 edition of the Goal World Cup Panini card for Germany, 2006. Really nice. There are like rare versions of these cards which look even cooler, but they are crazy value, and my friend unfortunately didn't have a single one, so we're not too sure whether perhaps they were printed in different countries and different rarities, but no, nevertheless, this is a really nice card. Moving on, we have got Lionel Messi. We've not only got one, we've got 2 Lionel Messis, and not only 2, we have got the trio Lionel Messi cards from their Goal 2006 German World Cup. By the way, the Ronaldo and Messi, these were their first World Cup cards, as this was the first World Cup they participated in. So pretty cool. These cards demand a lot of value, so hopefully we're going to get some good grades on these cards. We're sending in 3, so we have a good chance at hopefully reaching a nice high grade on them. Last but not least, the last card for this submission, but definitely not somebody you want to mess around with, especially in this kit, especially in this year. This is Zidane, if I can get my words out. What a legend, what a card. Again, also from the 2006 Germany Panini Gold World Cup collection. He won the Player of the Tournament this year, as well as famously headbutting, who is it? I can never remember. It's Materazzi or something, Materazzi, in that semi-final, final, quarter-final, I don't know which one it was now. So hopefully for a good grade on this card. Really nice. But that's my submission, guys, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Obviously, I will record when these cards return and what grades they get. So give the video a like. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the music, and all the links will be in the description. Nice one. Cheers.